Well, good morning. We are in Bangkok, Thailand. And in this video, I'm not only taking you from Malaysia to here, Thailand, showing you the digital arrival card, but we are also going to get ourselves a great meal. We're going to enjoy going out here to some cool places here in Bangkok, Thailand with my friend Brian, who lives here. We are enjoying ourselves here in Thailand for the next 30 days. We're going to enjoy multiple locations, but we're starting out in this wonderful city that I love, Bangkok, Thailand. We're also going to have a conversation. We're going to talk a little bit about not waiting to enjoy our lives, but instead we're just trying to push for a little bit more money. I don't want us to do that. A great content creator named Chris Williamson recently did a podcast on this and his concerns that he's seeing for this sort of hustle culture to make more money, but you're forgetting to enjoy your life along the way. Hey, I'm all for making more money, but also I don't want you to push off enjoying your life because all you're doing is trying to make more hours and work more years and work overtime. Don't forget to enjoy life along the way, and we're going to talk about that. So we've got a lot to cover in this video. We're traveling here to Thailand, everything you need to know about that, and we're also going to talk about enjoying life along the way. Let's get started. Traveling the world as a minimalist with one backpack, that is what we do here. Subscribe and come along with Retire and Go. A lot more of this park has been opened. This is like a new walkway right here that I'm on. You see this? They have the raised walkway, so you can actually walk over the park and see it. But then you can walk right down here in the park. I need to kind of keep an eye out. Chris Williamson did a great video. One of the things that he talked about is the pursuit of lifestyle, not wealth. It doesn't mean that we don't pursue wealth. It means we need balance. We need to think about health, wealth, and wisdom. And he just nailed it in his video. And I said, this is exactly why I started this channel, is to pursue something more than just wealth. I walked away from wealth. I walked away from high-paying jobs, from working overseas. I walked away from it so that I could pursue the total lifestyle, health, wealth, and wisdom. And if there's anything that I try to profess on this channel, it is that pursuit instead of just trying to make more money. The hustle culture, baby. You know, I just need to work extra hours and double and triple shifts. I tell you, I had to do all that to get out of debt. I pushed really hard. And I think in a lot of ways, I kind of forgot about lifestyle, and I don't want other people to do that. That was a really hard push in my life. Now I'm really trying to profess the building of investments for wealth, but not forgetting the lifestyle, the travel, enjoying your life. That's a really big part of what we're trying to do here on this channel. Leaving Kuala Lumpur, I stayed at the J Masjid Hotel. This was $18 a night and a good central location. It was close to the botanical gardens I like to walk to every day, and it was also close to the Petronas Towers. Very friendly staff, strong Wi-Fi. I definitely recommend this for a backpacking stay. Thank you.
I was just crying, you know.
I'll see you again.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're gonna head to the rail, and that will get us to the airport. I'm gonna take you with step by step. What a great trip. Oh my gosh, Kuala Lumpur has been wonderful. But it's time to move on to the next country. Kuala Lumpur is a city with an amazing array of rail lines. Everything can be purchased in English. I've been using just small bills to purchase. Everything's been about $1 to get around. We're going to make our way to KL Central. Everything connects at KL Central, including this high-speed rail that we're going to take to the airport. So we just make our way to KL Central and go from there. The cost of getting a ticket here at the kiosks to the airport is a little bit more expensive. It's about $9 or $10, but it's quite a long ways. And they do have high-speed internet on this rail as well. So while you're on here, you can actually get work done. This is taking us to KLIA International Airport. A beautiful airport, lots of places to eat, everything. I like to get here early, and that's just me when it comes to airports. I stopped by here at Gloria Jean's and just picked up a nice coffee, and of course, a banana muffin. One thing that's interesting about Southeast Asia is airports don't appear to be more expensive than they are with their counterparts outside of the airport. You know how it is in the States. You get anything at an airport, it's like 5 times the price. It's really not like that in Southeast Asia. It just seems more reasonable. It's just another aspect of where I find Southeast Asia to be more comfortable. I sit and relax and read like this before I get on my flight. By the way, look at this here. I got the Terminator. I'm telling you, they're coming for our jobs. Look at this thing. A comfortable flight on Malaysia Airlines. The leg was $250 American, and not bad at all. Very comfortable. You know I'm always watching for them UFOs. I'm gonna see one someday.
Okay, we are past immigration. We've got a lot to talk about. Let me explain to you what's going on.
Let's talk a little bit about getting into Thailand and the new requirements.
Make sure that you have the arrival card done. And I'm going to put down the website here. And then also make sure you take a screenshot of it so that you have it on your phone. That's going to be very important. I noticed that about I'd say probably about 1 in 4 people did not have that arrival card done. 1 in 4. That's not good. And they had to go use these kiosks that they had set up, but some of them just got in line and then they got told they had to go back and do the Thailand arrival card. So make sure that you have it done. With that, very smooth, other than that, going through. So I think we're on our way to seeing kiosks that you'll use your passport and the arrival card to go through, like we're seeing in other countries, okay? I think that's going to be the final, or at least the next step. There's no final step, let's just be honest. But that'll be the next step. But yeah, make sure you have that done, you should be fine.
On the lowest level of the airport, you connect right onto the rail system. I always stop and dig out my currency that I have because I generally save, maybe $100 worth of currency from the last time I was in Thailand. And grab yourself a ticket. It's about $1, like 35 baht, and jump on the rail line. You take this all the way to the end of this rail line. You'll go to a station called Phrai Thai, and that is where you jump on the BTS. The BTS takes you all over the city, so it's super easy. Here I am jumping on the BTS now, and easy. There's where you get off the airport, and here is the jumping on the BTS right next to each other. It's so smooth. About $1 on each leg. Great to be back in Bangkok. I get up at the Nana stop, and that just works perfect for me. It's a short walk to my hotel. I'm again staying at the Nana City Hotel, which I stay in for about 2 days, 3 days, and then move on to another location in the country. But this works out great. It's $30 a night, very clean. It's centrally located to everything that I want to go to in the evening and great restaurants. And for $30 a night, no problem. Strong Wi-Fi, everything. Another good thing about staying at the Nana City Hotel, like 2 days when I arrive or 2 days before I leave, I can start to get on the right time zone. I can adjust my sleep schedule for the arrival or getting ready to depart. One of the things that Chris Williamson talked about is that cash is quantifiable. You can actually measure it. And that's one of the reasons why, as humans, we pursue it as crazy as we do. Because we can actually say, I'm doing good in life. Why am I doing good? Because I can measure this. I can measure this amount. That's just the way humans are. But the thing is, there are pursuits of happiness and joy that can't be measured. And for that reason, we often forget them. And I don't want us to do that. And that's part of what he talked about as well. Not to forget that there are things in life that are worth pursuing that just can't be easily measured. And I agree with him. And that's why I loved, and I had to talk about this. Everything we discuss in this channel bases around that idea that it's not just about the pursuit of wealth. It's about the pursuit of lifestyle, of joy. And I think he got that in that amazing video, man. And it just spoke to me. And I said, I need to talk about this. While we're coming into Thailand, a place that I come to for the joy, for the happiness, we need to talk about this. Gosh dang, I feel good. I really do. I feel so good being back here in Bangkok again. We've got a lot of amazing things to see here in Thailand. I'm glad you're coming with. I got a chance to meet up with Brian, my friend that lives here. We did an interview in the past, and for sure we'll be doing more videos together here at Absorn Thai Bistro. Now, we're a little bit early. Once it gets dark, I mean, more people are going to start coming in. But this is actually a perfect time when you're going to do some filming. And Brian's kind of hanging out with me, so that's great. We ordered up a bunch of different items here to show you. I love to just kind of get out for a nice meal like this in the evening. We started out with some spicy crab. This is stir-fried with some different vegetables. Deep fried shrimp, and the breading on this was fantastic, like a nice Thai spiced breading. It was excellent. Little morning glory on the side that was done with a lot of garlic, and I love that, stir fried with the garlic like that. This meal came up to about 700 baht for each of us, and I have to tell you, they served it up. We've got a lot of food here. Excellent meal. Good to hang out with friends. Brian is living here. He has a condominium. He is on one of the 5-year visas, and we will be doing more interviews together, talking more about that. He also has social media that he's getting fired up, and I'll keep you updated on that as well. But it's so nice just to kind of chill out. I get a chance to see him about 2, maybe 3 times a year as I come through Bangkok. This is like a second home for me. And I have been considering the 5-year visa. I'm still doing a lot of traveling, but I do think the 5-year visa will be in my future. And I'm glad that Brian is kind of trailblazing to, get all the paperwork and understand how everything works. That's awesome. And you do really get a chance to make friends and meet people when you are living here in Bangkok. It is a cool place to go. Check out this place here. This is Thai Soon. This is a very cool beer bar. They not only make their own blends, but they also have an incredible selection from around the world. The blends that they make, you can try them out. So here we're going to try a few different blends out. I like stouts. I just find them to be creamy, and I like a good, I don't know, if I'm going to have a beer, I like it to have a lot of oomph. I want it to have a lot of flavor. Brian is trying a hazy pale ale, so we give it a try, see what we think. Once you figure out what it is you want, they will bring it to your table and set you all up. Cheers to all of you. And it is so good to be back in Bangkok. We've got a lot of Thailand to see over the next 30 days. This is such a cool place to come. Definitely stop into Thai soon. This is not a tourist attraction. These are all locals in here, just enjoying some very cool home-blended, home-brewed beers, but then also this incredible selection of beers from around the world that they bring in. Let me show you the upstairs.
Every heartbeat a perfect pair. Intense drop, just let it go. Lose yourself and feel the flow. Reach the stars up in the sky. Let the music make us high.
I love finding places like this, just interesting, eclectic. This is a side of Bangkok nightlife that most don't get a chance to see because it's not set up for the tourist crowd. Okay, so now we're going to pick out a couple of beers from around the world. I went with a dark stout that came from the San Diego area. There's also New Zealand beers, and we found kind of an incredible variety. San Francisco blends. Once we picked out what we wanted to try, we just decided to split one of these, and that gives us a chance to try another one later on. This is, by the way, I'm enjoying drinking. I'm enjoying drinking when it's social with a friend. To me, that is what it's all about. It's not about consuming a bunch of alcohol in my room or anything else. And I'll tell you, it has actually made my life healthier. A big thank you to Brian once again. He knows all the cool spots. We'll be hitting more of them, and we'll see more of Brian. Every year, I want us to pursue health, wealth, and wisdom. And I don't want us to pursue one to a point where we neglect the others. And I think that's exactly what Chris Williamson was talking about. And that's everything that we try to talk about in balance on this channel. Yeah, you know, I'm studying artificial intelligence, and I like to read books, and I want us all to have something that we do in our lives to actually gain wisdom and learn new skills throughout our life. I want us to invest and build our wealth, yes. And I also want us to enjoy getting healthier. You know, now I'm trying to only drink when I'm with someone else. I'm trying. And if I do that, then it becomes a social drinking and not just me bringing alcohol back to my room. And I think that's really helped me drop a lot of weight. Oh, man. Overall, I'm trying to be healthier, wealthier, and wiser. And I'm trying to get us as a community to do the same thing. What are your thoughts? Did I miss something in this video? Is there something that you would like to add? If you do, put it in the comment section, because I guarantee it will help people. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. And we have a lot more here in Thailand to see. We're going to be here for 30 days. Are you interested in this lifestyle that I live? Traveling as a minimalist with one backpack this way? If you are, like and subscribe the video and come with. You can support the channel by picking up a copy of my new book, The Traveler and the Bard. Okay. We've got more of Bangkok to see, and then we're going to be moving on to another location here in Thailand. We've got 30 days here. Let's enjoy ourselves. And most important, let's start enjoying ourselves now, in the present, and not just waiting for the future. All right. We'll talk again soon. Aloha. I can't let down my guard for a second here in the back streets of Bangkok. Next thing you know, you'll be face to face with the Mad Ninja Tat Cat of Bangkok. Oh, he looks like he's just trying to relax and enjoy his evening, but the fact is, he's a second away from sinking his teeth into my jugular vein. The Mad Ninja Tat Cat of Bangkok. Health, wealth, what the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. For the, what is it? What am I talking about? I don't know.